Yes guys, yes, welcome back to the channel. We're back in the garage. We're going to do a bit more fiddling and tinkering today. Just a little update. I've got a new Pirelli MT60 RS tyre, because this one is looking a little bit worn out, because we're going on a Euro trip to the Dolomites in July, so stay tuned for that in the future. But today we are going to be fiddling around with my sat-nav. Now you know I have this Aoocci sat-nav unit. It is absolutely great. I bought this with my own money after watching a few videos, and Aoocci have kindly reached out to me and sent me a new version, an updated version, and asked me if I could install this, check it out and do all the usual. So let's go over to the bench. Yes, check it out. We have the new updated Aoocci BX. So this is their latest version, which they have kindly sent out to me. Thank you very much, Aoocci. So this is their standard motorcycle navigation unit. You know, it comes with CarPlay, Android Auto, as it says there. But this one has a few little extras. So it has physical BSD. That doesn't mean Bungo Stray Dogs. If you know, you know, from the Japanese manga series. It is actually blind spot detection. They have got a few more additional hardware components now with this latest version that you can install on the bike. But yeah, let's open this and see what we're going to do. Right, so out the box, you've got the main display. This display is 5.5 inch, and obviously it has all the brackets and everything on the back and the wiring to connect up with it. Front camera, rear camera, wiring loom, the GPS units. It actually comes with a little remote control that you can fit on the handlebar, which is quite handy. BSD, blind spot detection radar system, and then various mounting and wiring, and actually got a little screwdriver plug set. Because I've already got this one on the bike, what I might just do is upgrade this unit, see if I can actually reuse the existing wires. I've already got the camera set up there, and I've already got it set up on the front. I don't really want to have to redo all that wiring, but if not, then we'll have to re-put the whole lot in. So let's just try and start there first. This is the old unit. Obviously has this very long wire, which has a set of plugs on the back. But the new unit has this big plug, so it looks like I can't reuse any of the existing wires, so I'm having to strip the bike, take the panels off, took the front off. Obviously I need to run the wires underneath there that go along here, all the battery stuff, and then I need to get that rear camera off as well, so there's a lot to strip before we start. Right, so this is all the old stuff off. I have to actually all the cameras have to come off as well, because these are a lot chunkier and fatter, so they don't fit on the existing clips. And here the camera is going to go on the back, so I've just literally got everything off. So here's my Thunderbox, which makes it nice and easy to plug power into it, because then I don't have to mess around with the battery. And I've just got to now put everything back together. I've started here, I've just got the new screen on using their new bracket. It's a bit weird. I'm not too sure the reasoning behind this ball thing. This is the old one. I preferred this one where it just almost like went through, bolted, secure, rock hard. I mean, I've got this as tight as I can. There is a bit of play and vibration. There is a quick release system that comes with this kit, where I think you take that off, fit it to the quick release, and then there's a little push button underneath. You can just take the whole device off. But then I think that means you have to disconnect this wire every time, and I can't be arsed with that, so mine's always going to be mounted and fixed. So yeah, now it's on to the tricky part of wiring everything all up and getting it back to there. Right, so as a test, I've just got it wired, and I've just plugged most of the plugs all in, all of them. Obviously just left everything there, and I've just got the power and the negative. I haven't connected this orange one yet, but I have to start the bike, have it running to see if it gets any power, so just bear with. Alright, test complete. I now need to work out how I'm going to fit all this wire on the bike. That is going to be a right pain in the arse. After a lot of fluffing, look, parts, bits. I think we've got a working setup. Got the unit, the big wire goes down through this gap, and then because all the plugs are at the front, I've pretty much had to, do whatever I can around here to put as many of the wires in parallel with the frame, and then zip tie it. At the front, we've got the little remote control, obviously the unit, the front camera, and I've just put the GPS there for the moment because I couldn't find anywhere else on the bike to do it. Then the wires, then we got a couple of wires that go to the back, which is power. That's the power, which obviously I've got connected to my Thunderbox. And at the rear I've decided to put the radar thing there, which is obviously the perfect place to fire backwards so that makes sense. But then because the camera used to be there, I've had to move the camera back here next to my face. But it's all right like this if the number plate's tuck. It will see. If it's like that, then he ain't going to catch much unless I flip it all the way up like that. I normally ride like that anyway, so it might work. We'll see. Running out of space and options. I did think about putting it on here, but this thing vibrates and rattles, and obviously the wiring will look a bit crap. I've managed to squeeze as much. I've managed to hide a lot of wire underneath there. Power packs there. hide a lot of wire there. It sort of feeds underneath and goes underneath there, which there is space, that's good. So now we're just going to try and power up and test it again. Yeah man, look at that. Check that out. That looks quite cool, doesn't it? Woo-hoo. Right, I need to connect the front tyre pressure sensors. And then you've got to go into the radar pairing, hit paired, come onto the button and off it connects. Right, that's the rear camera, obviously with it being flipped, ignore the mess. And obviously that's the front camera facing the garage. But look, we've got miles per hour now and we've got a compass and a GPS. And just like that, we have Apple CarPlay set up, really easy. I've got to have the bike running because of the power, but yeah man, we're alive and kicking. Happy days. 3-4 hours later, but now that it's all on, I think it's time to have a bit of a test ride and see what it's like. Right, let's go.
Yes, boys and girls, yes. The Aoocci BX. Smart Apple CarPlay. Front camera, rear camera. Blind spot detection. It's got some radar stuff on it. It's even got a GPS now. It's got a remote control. We've got the full works, the full package here. This is awesome. This device is absolutely wicked. I think the screen size looks similar to the other one, but I think the display is nice. It's clear. I think I've got a little issue with the tyre pressure sensor. One of them's playing up a bit. But the speed's working, 47. Look at that. The GPS on the front is wicked. It's got a good signal. And the thing I like about this little remote control device is, look man, I can press the button. Hey, front camera. Little status. Back to this. And that's the rear camera. Switch about. I don't have to use my fingers. I mean, you can use your fingers. And then you press this home button. And you can go to Apple CarPlay. Look at that. That's wicked. Oh man, this thing is next level. Yeah man, Aoocci, thank you very much for sending me this. I am well chuffed with this. It's got a lot more features, a lot more safety features. So when you are riding about on the road and you do want to check things, I love the fact that you've got this remote control now. And I know where the button is. You know, I can always just switch things. And it's great. I can just concentrate on the road because I know what my fingers are doing instead of using your fingers all looking. So yeah man, hats off for you guys for definitely doing that. But yeah, let's just see if this blind spot thing works, because obviously I've got a car behind, as you can see, look. So I'm just going to go back to this sort of the screen, because I might just have it leaving on this. Don't know what I'm doing. And then I'm going to go to the end, see what it says, see if it picks it up. Alright, let's go left. Oh, look at that, it's showing it. It does a little audible beep as well, and I can actually hear that through my helmet. It's very tiny beep, but so if you can't see the visual cue, you can actually hear it as well on audio. So that is that's well good. Yeah man. What I might just do now is a quick test, because when you're going to be on the freeway, highway, motorway, lane splitting, looking over your shoulder, seeing if there's someone there, car there, checking your mirrors. So let's see how it handles it. I think there's a setting in there so that when it alerts, you can tell it to fire up the camera, fire up the quattro. Using the sat nav because that's what I want to use it for. So when you're passing cars, it doesn't flag up or anything, so that's good. Let's see if you're weaving. Let's see if it makes a difference weaving. No, that's fine as well. And what if you're pulling in front of a car? That seems alright then as well, he hasn't alerted. Otherwise I would have thought it might be going off all the time, but there you go, that's a bit of a winner. So there you go guys, I am actually loving this. I like the old unit, it was great, did everything that it needed to do, especially for me, for my touring and commuting and riding. The sat nav side of it, keeping your phone in your pocket, keeping everything safe. But man, this next one now, especially with this little remote control job, and the whole blind spot detection thing, the GPS, it's just made it better, much better. So as with everything on this, I will have all the links, descriptions. I've even got a discount code. I'll put the discount code in the video here and in the description. So make sure if you do guys want to grab one of these, please use my code. You get money off. I think it's 20% off or 22% off. Every little bit helps. Save your phone, guys. Keep your phone in your pocket. Use one of these systems. Stay focused on the riding and the road and not fiddling around and worrying about your phone and the vibration damping and the quad lock and the SP Connect and all that nonsense. This is like a fraction of the cost of those, of your phone, and it's better. So yeah, man, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think of this. Make sure you go out and buy this unit, and catch you in the next one.